Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of OlympusCraft. So, I'm looking kind of awkward here, and I made a mistake. I went AFK. And here on this server, it is very dangerous to go AFK. Code is a nerd. Miss you. Love you. Corey must have been here. I miss you too, Corey. And I love you too, just so everyone knows. So, AFK Payday. I mentioned this in one of the previous episodes, and this is one of those things that, Rob started off, and this was the book he was talking about. So let's take a look really quickly here. AFK Payday. You have been caught AFK. So I must give this book to another player, and I must give that player 1 diamond for every real-life day that has passed since you got that book. I got this book today, so far, I'm okay. The player must pick up the book. You can't leave it in a chest or anything similar. Okay, great. So I got 3 diamonds out of that. Free 3 diamonds. Put those in here. I'm going to keep this right up here for right now. But I also noticed some other things in my inventory. Some cobblestone levers and a dispenser that I did not put there. And if we take a look here, yeah, AFK without a helmet. We had a cursive binding head put on us. Now, one of the problems with this is I don't know how well this is, or how this is going to work with the graves mod, because I think it's going to put it right back on my head whenever I die, I think. Maybe not. Let's go ahead and sleep real quick. And so I guess there's really only one way to find out. I guess I'll just, take my armor off here, and yeah, I don't know if it's gonna put it back on my head. So let's do a little test here. Let's go into our backpack. We'll turn our ability off, which is what keeps us from dying, or sorry, what keeps us from taking fall damage. We'll put our elytra on, and let's fly way up here. I need to go higher than that. Let's go higher, because I gotta have time. And then open up our backpack, make sure our ability is disabled, and let's remove our elytra. Here we go. Okay, so we are free from the helmet. Let's see if this will put it back on our head. I hope not. It did not. Oh, okay, good. I was afraid of that, because yes, I went AFK without a helmet, which was very silly of me. But the reason I do that is so my face can be seen whenever I'm recording. So, yeah, we'll have to get someone back with that. I have a feeling that was a combination of Fuzzy Cub and Zingy. Be sure to check out their channels. I'm hoping they will put this encounter on camera. If not, that's okay. So, back at it, we will give you guys an update. I have been just working like crazy. You'll see I've added a few extra things here. Now, most of these I'm not really using. Like the ME requester, I don't even have a requester. But I got the terminal because it made it symmetric. I also have the pattern encoding terminal, and this is just showing my storage right now. No patterns, stuff like that. Pattern access, and then, of course, our crafting terminal we've had forever. Hey, I guess I got a free dispenser out of that. I'll put that in there. And we're going to keep a hold of the AFK Payday, and I think Ender might be AFK, so we might go see if we can get them. But yeah, I've just been working like crazy, getting a bunch of additions and things made. I didn't want to do this, but I decided I did eventually. That makes no sense to most of you all, but I added in a small auto crafting setup. Now, these are kind of expensive. I mean, this is only the 1K crafting storage and just a pattern provider and some molecular assemblers, but this is just a basic auto crafting setup. And the reason I have this is for my wireless terminal here. If I search firework, you'll see there's a plus here. And that is because, I'll take these 4 out, I can auto craft fireworks now on the go. So if I want to craft 64 of these, it is going to craft my paper and get my gunpowder out. It's going to craft these. I don't know why it's crafting. Oh yeah, it has to craft 66 because of the 3 paper thing that it does. So we'll start that, and then it's going to start crafting, as you see there, back and forth. It's crafting us fireworks, and there they are. So I can basically craft fireworks on the go now, which is awesome. And then I've been working down here some. I've added a bunch of things. I added in this crystal growth accelerator to get myself some of these Certus quartz clusters. They're just growing away here, just for more Certus quartz for more AE stuff as I go. I've added a cow milking machine. This looks super awkward, but Cow, you're not supposed to be facing that way. Turn around. There. Okay, whatever. And it's just a basic deployer, and an arm will put empty buckets on the deployer, and then it drains them, and then it puts it all into a tank. And the reason for this is this room right back over here. Ah, look at this place. So beautiful. So this is just a new room that I've built. I have a little limestone generator right here, and the limestone uses honey. So we just use a bucket of honey, and I gather that from the bees, and some lava, and it creates limestone. I have an on-off switch here. It's not running right now. Then it all goes into this right here, and the limestone, I think, is a pretty good one. I like the look of this, and it looks even better once you've cut it. You've put it in the stone cutter, and you cut it up, and they got some really cool designs. I made another steam engine here, of course, to power all this stuff. It goes underground. And over here, we have the heart of the operation, the chocolate tank. Making chocolate over here. Just got our, well, I got to put some more sugar in there. But we got our sugar, and let's just make another stack here so we can kind of watch it operate. Sugar right here, cocoa beans in there, and we mix up some chocolate. Chocolate just goes here into this tank. And then we're going to use this chocolate to, well, number one, make chocolate bars. We can sell those. We're also going to make some chocolate glazed berries. And so I put some botany pots over here with, a drawer with over 3,968 berries. So yeah, we can put our berries into here. And I have this turned off right now. It's got a valve on it. If I turn the valve, oh, I guess I have to turn it the other way. 90 degrees the other way. There we go. Yeah. It will start squirting chocolate on the berries, making your chocolate berries, and we'll also start pressing in some chocolate in here. This is going to take this first. So, yeah, we're just making up some chocolate berries, having some fun with it. We are also taking some milk over here to put on this conveyor belt, and we are making sweet rolls over here. Again, there's so many cool foods that we can do in this pack. I am so excited about all these foods. I need to do something like Fuzzy Cub does, and do a food of the day kind of deal, and I think I might start something like that. I don't want to take his idea by any means, but you know, it's a good idea. We have so many different foods. Over in here, I have been, whoa, let me just go ahead and miss that. I have been working on, we're a Croptopia setup over here. So we're farming all kinds of different fruits, vegetables, things like that. And yeah, making star fruit. I mean, how cool is that? All kinds of different things, cashews, grapefruit, you know, what is that, ginger, you know. And the idea for all of these is they'll all go up into my kitchen. Notice there's a cod head there. Don't worry about that, cod's head. And so over in the kitchen, we store all of these items, you know, fruits, vegetables, everything. And what's cool about this is we have the cooking table here. The cooking table basically allows us to make all these different foods with the ingredients that are in the drawers, that's in the fridge. We have ice in here, raw meats, some tea, strawberry jam. We also have the cooking for blockheads milk jar. And yeah, we have two of those. And we can go through and we can make different things. Banana nut bread. How cool is that? And it shows us the recipe. It uses banana, cinnamon, sugar, wheat flour, and pecans. And banana smoothies. Actually, I just made some banana nut bread and didn't mean to click that twice. Candy corn. That's a cool one. It uses corn and sugar. You know, candied nuts, same kind of thing. We can make cheeseburgers. And all kinds of really cool things. And it just basically auto-crafts it for, not auto-craft, but, you know, it crafts it for us and uses the different things that we have here. So, for example, we have this cooking oven. So if an item needs to be smelted or smoked, it does it in here for us. We can also store our pots and pans over in this as well, and you can see them on top there. And then we can use those pots and pans to make these individual things, which I think is just awesome. We have a toaster up here to make toast. We have the sink for water for things. And of course, we have the fridge for ice and packed ice and stuff like that. We're storing that in there, but it uses it as it needs to. To make smoothies, you need ice, and so that has to be in there. But yeah, I'm just gathering items from all of these and putting them over here into these, and then that lets us choose what we want to make and craft. Coffee. I'm currently sipping on some pumpkin spice lattes right now, which is always fun. I guess corn husk, because I think Cornish paste. I'm guessing that means pastry, but it says pasty. That's inappropriate. And donut. We can make donuts with wheat flour, milk, and sugar. And our milk comes from these milk cow in a jars, which is awesome. So yeah, we might start doing this. We might just go through each of these things. Stuffed poblanos, nice. Tons of cool stuff. Even wine, yam jam, tortillas. Yeah, sometimes you have to make some additional things to be able to craft the item. So obviously one of my favorites was the pineapple pepperoni pizza right here. In order to make this, we have to make the pepperoni first, and you can make that right here. You have to make the cheese, so you go up here and make the cheese, then you can craft this kind of stuff. So there's definitely a lot of steps to it, but yeah, you get there pretty quick, and it's amazing. We have paprika, we have everything we need. It's so cool. And a lot of these foods, depending on how many ingredients they have, some of them are incredibly nutritious. So for example, banana nut bread has more than a few ingredients. And so when we eat this, it almost completely fills our hunger bar, which is awesome. Especially if you're looking for good foods, this is the way to do it. Now you'll see I do have some pipes here. These trees, like for example, a starfruit tree, it creates a whole lot of wood. And a good example is, I think, the cashew right here. Yeah, it makes dark oak and sticks as well when you put it in the botany pot. So those I have to manually fix. But these over here, I'm just basically taking the wood and putting them into a drawer here that has lava upgrades. So it just basically voids the excess wood because I don't really need a lot of it. So yeah. Anyway, this is my new cooking setup. So we're going to be messing around with some really cool foods here, hopefully in the near future. So the next project I worked on was an Enderman farm. Let's head here right now. This is my amazing Enderman farm, and I'm going to free cam this one so we can see it. It's just stone. It was pretty simple. I just put scaffolding up the middle and built some rings so that these were so many blocks down. Some of the Endermen do get stuck up here. They don't just see the Endermite that's up there. But yeah, this is just a vanilla Enderman farm. Nothing fancy or special about this at all, except for at the bottom. At the bottom, I put the player damage plates. Now, the player damage plate is really nice because it basically acts like a player kill, so that all these Endermen are dropping XP. They also drop their heads, which is cool. And of course, some of them spawn with backpacks, so they get backpacks as well. Excess ender pearls go over here to this drawer, which has a lava upgrade, which destroys our excess. So, tons of ender pearls at our disposal, and a really fast way to take your tools down here. Yeah, it just healed my pickaxe. It's going to heal my other one. And yeah, you can heal yourself up really, really quickly and heal your tools really quickly this way. So this is a super efficient way to get tons of XP when you need it. So yeah, I'm just working on different factories, working things up, farming Endermen, doing all kinds of things like that, having fun with it. There is a project, though, that I do want to take on. I don't know if I want to take it on myself. I may see if I can get a little bit of assistance with that, and that is a Guardian Farm. But before I can get started with the Guardian Farm, I need something, and I've already made one of these, and that is a diving helmet. They're pretty easy to make. Let's see, what is it? Yeah, it's just copper and some glass, and it also makes some diving boots. Just some andesite alloy and more copper. Very easy. We also had to make a copper back tank, and we might upgrade this one as well. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and do the boots as well. And one of the cool things about this is when you put these items on, we'll just go ahead and stick the helmet on, we'll stick the back tank on, and the boots on. And now whenever we go into water, we will, actually let's fly to water because I'm lazy. We will be able to breathe for a certain amount of time. Put these items on. Let's go ahead and just jump in the water here. We'll go over our head, and you can see down in the bottom right, we have 11 minutes and 45 seconds of air. And with the diving boots, it automatically pulls us to the bottom. So I can sit here and head on down to the bottom. Much easier than trying to swim down and stuff like that. You can still swim up if you are swimming. Yeah, okay, maybe the boots aren't the greatest idea because it's much harder to get back up without the boots. But yeah, they do give you the ability to just hang out underwater. It also clears up your vision. So like I can see really well with this. If I take it off, you'll see now it's fog. You kind of have that fog effect. So we'll put that back on and now we can see. It's kind of like night vision underwater, which I think is pretty cool. So we're going to be using these to conquer this monument so we don't have to keep going up for air and stuff like that. I don't know if we get anything better with respiration on our stuff, but yeah, we have this ability, and I think I'd love to use it for a monument. But the issue that we have is these are just really basic. They provide a little bit of armor. You get 4 armor on your back as opposed to a chest plate. These, you get 1 armor on your feet as opposed to, let's see, 3 armor with netherite boots. And your helmet's 3 armor and a knockback resistance, and this is just 2 armor. There is upgrades. The diving suit includes netherite diving helmet, which is a full 3 armor netherite, and diving boots, which is a full 3 armor as well. And I think you can do the back tank as well. Yeah, you can upgrade the back tank to 8 armor. So and it looks like you can enchant it as well. Okay, maybe we'll have to do that. That's not too bad. Looks like we can enchant it with basically everything, so protection and so forth like that. And to get this, we need a back tank and netherite. Now, luckily, we have mined up quite a bit of netherite, and I actually did some more ancient debris mining recently and got some more netherite scrap here. But we have a good amount of netherite in here. I think 9. Okay, yeah, that's plenty. We only need 3. So let's go ahead and upgrade these items here. We'll just put this here, and then these 3 here, and then we have a netherite back tank, a netherite diving helmet, and netherite diving boots. Sweet. Now we need to fill our tank up with air. I've already filled it up once, but I've been using it, here and there, testing it out. And to do that, you just basically connect it to the bottom of a spinning anything, and it will start pulling air in. Now, I do have particles disabled on my visual stuff right now, so you can't see the particles, but maybe let me kick that on real quick. Okay, particles on here. You can see it is pulling in air, and it will fill this thing up with air, and once it's full, then I don't know how long it'll give us, but I'm assuming it's more than 15 minutes, something like that maybe. And then we can go and conquer a monument. So I actually came across a monument recently, and I'm actually going to go to spawn with my waystone here real quick because it's a little bit closer and it'll save us a little bit of time, for recording reasons. But here at spawn, which by the way has grown up a lot. We'll talk about that here in just a second. We'll go over to our monument, saved us about 1,000 blocks, and let's go ahead and just do a little bit of claiming. All right, here we are at the monument. We can already see the guardians going. So let's pop on. Okay, we've got everything on. Let's pop our back tank on, and we are going to fall out of the sky when we do that. That's fine. Oh, yeah, the boots are a problem. The boots are a problem. Okay. Yeah, I can't even fly underneath. Yeah, we're getting attacked, but that's okay. So this is the monument I think we're going to want to encounter here, and we'll just go ahead and build up a little bit. Yep, you guys are shooting me. I know. Quit shooting me. We'll just make a little cross up here, and that will signify this one is now claimed, and that will protect us from the guardians, I think, a little bit. Oh yeah, they're killing squids for us too. Nice. Oh, there's my mining fatigue. So yeah, this has not been conquered yet. This is going to take a little bit, I think. Oh, okay, they are hurting me a lot. I forgot how intense the laser beams are from those guys. Yeah, so we've claimed it now. Other people should know it's ours. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to gear up, make sure we got protection on everything. I need to put protection on this and make sure protection's on the boots and so forth like that. I think I'll probably make a little area right here and put a waystone down. I think I have one in my backpack. I do. We'll put a waystone down here. And let's call it monument just for now. And then we can travel back and forth between our base and this pretty easily. And then we'll work on conquering it. I might try later this week and see if we can do a live stream and conquer that monument on the live stream if I can. Got a pretty busy schedule, so I don't always have that opportunity. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So at this point in the game, there's one mod that we have not gotten into yet. And that mod is Botania. The first thing we need with Botania is the Lexica Botania. We need to craft this thing, and this will give us the guide that we need to get started. So if you've never worked with Botania before, which I only have in a very, I guess, basic way, Botania is a tech mod themed around natural magic, and we create magical flowers and devices utilizing the power of the earth in the form of mana. We have to generate mana, we have to do all kinds of different stuff. But the mana gives us a bunch of really cool abilities. With Botania, there's a lot of really cool things. Not only do we have to generate mana, but we can do life imbuers, spectral rails, luminizers, I know, which we can use to travel different places. A starfield creator, very cool. There's a ton of stuff which I don't know anything about. I mean, look at all these different things. Dragon stones, pixie dust, there's different lenses. I know that you can put lenses on yourself. There's different tools, mana steel swords and rod, and I mean, there's just, oh, that's cool. Cacophonium. Oh, I can actually make that without anything special. Invisibility cloaks. You can make yourself invisible. You can do different rings. They have rings of magnetization, which we already have a magnet, but there's also rings of mana, so you can do mana portably. Really cool stuff. And I really don't know a lot about a lot of these things. And I would like to kind of get into it a little bit, because within Vault Hunters, we were very limited on what we could do with Botania. There were certain things that were just disabled. We couldn't even use them. I don't remember everything that the Pinkinator applied directly to Wither. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's pendants would give us this like strength and haste and feather falling, and wow. I mean, there's trinkets and stuff as well that are just cosmetic and things. There's so much to this. I mean, so much to Botania, and I haven't even gotten into it yet. So I would like to get started with Botania. And I'm not going to do much with this episode because we're almost done today. But I know that I want to read through a lot of this stuff. And I mean, there's so much information here. I know we have to go and collect flowers. Flowers can also be grown on floral fertilizer. And we used some of this stuff last season within Vault Hunters to create additional items. And one of the things we did was, like, I can take netherrack, put it into a mana pool with a certain thing underneath it, and it will double it for us. We can also transmute items from one thing to another thing with Botania. So I would like to start getting into Botania a little bit and mess around with it and play with it and enjoy it. And I think this building right here, which is just completely empty right now, would be a great Botania room. I think this would be kind of neat. Hopefully it's enough room, because like over here I have like a kind of a croptopia room. We're growing all of our different crops and things like that. And yeah, I think the other room would be a great one for Botania. But you'll have to wait until the next episode before we get into that. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all on the next episode.